Welcome, it is I, Alex, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Infinity Saga Waves Iron Man Mark 21, also known as MIDAS from the Happy Hogan and Iron Man 2-pack. MIDAS was one of the suits that Tony built in between the original Avengers movie and Iron Man 3, and then the suit made an appearance in Iron Man 3 when Tony initiated the House Party Protocol to aid him in combat with Aldrich Killian. So for the name Midas, Midas was the king in Greek mythology that earned the curse which everything he touches turns to gold until he accidentally turned his daughter into one, or so what the video game God of War has taught me. So the Mark 21 earned its name because of its appearance. It says in the wiki that this may have been the Mark 39's or Star Boost's prototype, as both suits are able to withstand low pressure and cold temps in high altitude flight, but Star Boost has more advanced systems which makes it able to fly into space. And now let's take a closer look. For Mark 21's accessories, as per usual, we do get a pair of open palm blasting hands and a pair of blast effects. For Mark 21's aesthetics, this is using the same body mold as the Mark 7, which I wasn't able to get, and part of the reason why I badly wanted to cop this is to be able to know how it feels to have the Mark 7, which I hope I'd be able to get one day, but for now, this would be our placeholder. Generally, there's not a lot going on paint-wise. At first, I couldn't even tell which ones are painted in gold and which ones are molded, but for the most part, it doesn't really look quite like gold, while almost all the paint apps are okay for my copy of the Mark 21. I did notice some kind of sloppiness on his right outer thigh area, compared on the left side where it's been completely painted. On the right foot at the toe area, there are visible paint splotches, and here on the left foot. The elbow joints are molded in grey plastic, so at the back it's painted in gold, which doesn't really quite match the rest of the gold paints in other parts or areas. And it's the same case with the knee joints, where it's also molded in grey plastic, and then at the front it has that gold paint that doesn't quite match as well. The front straps or shoulder piece and collar are painted in silver, while the chest piece is designed to emulate a glowing effect. Sculpt wise, there's a ton of things going on here that I haven't really seen before, because as I said, I wasn't able to grab the Mark 7. But I really love how Hasbro didn't leave out some details inside the flaps. I mean, it's not something that would blow me out of the water, but I appreciate how Hasbro cared enough to include the details inside the flaps. Oh, and looking at the shin area, I thought that this area has been badly warped upon seeing it on other reviews, but upon searching some images of the Mark 7 and 21, it's actually deliberately designed to look as it is, so that's really quite interesting, huh? And then at the bottom of the feet, we don't only get some peg holes, but we also get some sculpting details. Nice! For the Mark 21's articulation, unlike the Mark 3, since the original mold for this figure came out first, which is the Mark 7, these shoulder pads are connected to his torso instead of the technique that's been used for the Mark 3's and Ultron's shoulder pads. So the shoulder pad wouldn't be able to rotate along with the arm, so this can only go up and down and move out of the way whenever you're articulating the arms. And then the highlight for this figure's articulation for me are the wing flaps on his back, so you can go ahead and open these up when you put him in a flight pose. And then for the rest of the figure's articulation, for the Mark 21, unlike the Mark 3's, his neck is using the conventional ball peg and disc hinge, which his head sits on, so his head can look up, can look down. His head, of course, can rotate. Does a little bit of tilting. His hands can move forward and back. It is able to rotate, however, this is on the way. So, yeah. And then his hands can raise this high. Has a bicep swivel. A double jointed elbow. Wrist hinges only down because of the pad here, so it really can't go up. It does swivels. We do have a diaphragm cut that can do a circular motion, side to side. Crunches forward, only that much. Leans back. Don't have a waist twist. Iron Man can do very wide splits. We do have a thigh swivel. He can kick really far back. Can kick forward, not much really. We do have double jointed knees. We don't have any calf rotation. but his foot can go forward and back and has a forward facing ankle rockers. Midas stands at 6.5 inches tall. So for height comparison, here's how tall he stands with Marvel Now Captain America. Here he is side to side with Mark 85. And here he is with the Iron Man Mark III that we previously reviewed from the Infinity Saga wave. There's my review for Marvel Legends Iron Man Mark 21, also known as Midas. I really have nothing in particular to like about this figure because I really don't have the need or want for it. Mostly I have it because of the Mark 7, as both Mark 7 and this are basically the same figures in Marvel Legends form, just in different colors. But it is needed in my Hall of Armor collection as it'll be a nice addition there. If I have to point out one thing, I guess it'd be the wing flaps. I know it may be nothing special to veteran collectors, but I wasn't able to own the first release of the MCU Rescue, so for me it's something new for Marvel Legends Iron Man figure. Also, I got this for a really good deal, so that's a plus. I guess for the ones that already got the Mark 7 Iron Man, if this was a single purchase, it could have been an easy pass. So if you just want the Happy Hogan figure in this 2-pack, then you're gonna have to get him along with Midas. But for those who want Happy and who's building their Legends Iron Man Legion, then the 2-pack would be a win-win purchase. And like I said, Midas would be a nice addition to my mixed MCU Comics Iron Man Legion. So that's it guys. Thanks for watching my review for Iron Man Mark 21, also known as Midas. Please click like if you like this video, subscribe if you like watching Marvel Legends action figure reviews and other stuff, and as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video.